Tottenham, all these odds here with 10 bet, I have to say. Tottenham versus Newcastle, Spurs 1.45, draw 4.6, and Newcastle 9.7 price, 9.75, sorry. I think it's a low price for Spurs, if I'm honest with you, at home. Newcastle obviously entering back-to-back wins against Man City. Could be tempted to give them a plus on the Asian handicap. I don't know. Flash, what have you got?
Well, you open up with the game and you look and you think to yourself, can Newcastle score? Do you expect Newcastle to score?
Yes.
I came up with no. And so afterwards, then I think, can I rely on Tottenham? I can't rely on Tottenham to go and score 3 goals. So the only way I could play this game with a positive number was Spurs to win to 0 at 2.15.
Wow.
I think that they'll just make sure that they win the game, and that's all they can do at the moment. It's almost like putting a plaster on a cut. Just make sure you stop the bleeding and get the 3 points. It doesn't matter how at this stage of the season. So Spurs to win to 0, 2.15.
Wow. All right. Definitely different. Well, I'm thinking on this one. Spurs to win to 0. Newcastle have scored in 4 of their last 5 matches. I think high from their midweek win. Probably fatigued as well. Obviously something to factor in there. Russ, over to you. Is a Spurs to win to 0 on your cards?
No, Flash, I thought you were going to take my pick there. I've got 3.78 Spurs to win by 1 goal. And yet you look at Spurs, who would have thought 24 league games, draws 0. So yeah, I agree with you. I think Spurs will just get over the line, and rather to win to 0, I'll take the Spurs to win by 1 goal at 3.78.
3.78, very nice odds. That will help, hopefully, if that bet comes in. Russ, help you with your negative there. Big man, over to you, Tottenham, Newcastle.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more with these guys. I think Flash also hit it on the head with you're just looking to get out of there with a win. You really have to try to just trap results out now with Kane and Dele Alli out. You know, Son's kind of knackered with all this travel that he's had. You know, I look at Newcastle. They've won on the road twice this year at Huddersfield, which, I mean, that's like beating a League Two team, and Burnley, which, I mean, Burnley's had their own struggles. And that was during a time where Burnley was still in the or close to just getting out of the Europa League. So, for me, this team just isn't very good on the road. But again, I mean, the price isn't particularly good. I'm not really looking to lay goals with Tottenham. For me, it's going to be a pass. I have other tips that I like, so I'm not going to dirty up the card with just a kind of a 4. So I'm going to pass on this one.
Interesting. All right. I was definitely leaning on more to the both teams to score. I'm actually playing Arjun mentioned this one. He says plus 1.5. I'm playing at 1.71 for Newcastle. So if Russ is right and Tottenham win by 1 goal, then this bet should come in. Newcastle plus 1.5 at 1.71.